I haven't read any of the Shadowhunters books. I know nothing about the series. I think I saw the first episode of the TV show many years ago, but I don't really remember it. I wanted to see if I can get into the series. Cassandra Clare said you could read the series without reading any of the other books. And I watched BookTube's resident Shadowhunter expert Emma's video, and she said it would spoil the end of Infernal Devices, but other than that, it was okay. So that's good enough for me. I picked up the Chain of Gold, and the results are not great. I'll try not to give any major spoilers, but I'll rant a bit, so there might be minor spoilers, but honestly, you can't spoil this book because barely anything happens. Chain of Gold takes place in early 20th century London. Suddenly there's a new type of demons attacking during the day. As far as I understand, demons usually attack at night, so everyone is trying to figure out what's happening. I honestly don't know why it matters other than just for curiosity. As far as I understand, Shadowhunters fight demons anyway. Why does it matter if they come during the day? Just fight during the day. I'd rather fight during the day rather than night. It doesn't look like Shadowhunters fight using a lot of stealth. It looks like they just draw their weapons and just charge. You have better sight during the day, just fight during the day. Also, I thought the demons were just monsters, but they can speak, so I guess they're intelligent? Well, I guess the ability to speak doesn't make you intelligent, but they are at least sentient. That was a bit strange because that means Shadowhunters are slaughtering sentient beings. I'm not sure what the regular demons they fight are like. I don't know what a regular day in a Shadowhunter's life is like because I haven't read the previous books, and this book doesn't show you anything else. But that's the whole plot. The 600-page plot is Shadowhunters having a gathering, and then suddenly demons attacking, them killing the demons, and every now and then a minor character getting mildly injured. The main characters are James Herondale, son of Will and Tessa Herondale. As far as I understand, this is a big deal. I understand that Will and Tessa are super famous. They have a demon ancestor, I guess. So James and his sister Lucie have some unusual abilities. And the other main character is Cordelia Carstairs. There's a subplot about her father being on a trial and her trying to save him, but it's so minor it barely matters. It only matters to Cordelia, but it really doesn't affect anything and gets resolved in a super random way. At the end, literally someone goes like, oh yeah, that is resolved. This is the first problem I have with this book. The plot is basically non-existent. Nothing really happens for 600 pages. They kind of try to solve the mystery of this new monsters, but there really is no mystery. Like, James has a demon grandfather. He is the main character. There are new demons appearing. They talk to James. I mean, put two and two together. It's so basic, it hurts my brain. Nothing in this book has any consequence. There is no danger. There's no sense of progress. At the end of the story, everyone is literally at the same place where they started at the beginning of the story. The characters are very static. Nobody changes. Whenever there is a random demon attack, I know nothing is going to happen because there's no danger. Sometimes a small side character gets poisoned and goes to infirmary, but that feels like it's a device to get rid of that particular character for a bit because there are already too many characters. There are so many characters, and there's so little distinction between them. It's really hard to tell like Charles, Christopher, and Thomas apart. All characterization comes from their families. So someone might care about James and Lucie because they're Will and Tessa's kids. But to me, it's the same thing as caring about Harry Potter's kids and the Cursed Child. James is absolutely bland. Lucie is maybe mildly interesting, but nobody tell me James has anything interesting going on. Even his shadow abilities are kind of boring. He uses them to visit his crush every now and then. His crush, Grace, is an absolutely terrible person, by the way. Nothing happens in that front too. I thought there would be some complexity, but I guess nothing interesting in Grace's character either. I understand she is absolutely stunning, but dude, Cordelia is right there. She's such a nice girl, smart, resourceful, brave. I mean, how pretty is Grace? She must be really pretty. I guess he's a teenage boy. I've been a teenage boy. I understand he's shallow. The problem is, I don't care about shallow characters. Cordelia is alright. She's going to be parabatai with James's sister Lucie. I guess parabatai is like partner cops. They're going to fight demons together or something. The way relationships are told in this book is strange. So the only thing Cordelia and Lucie shares is that they're going to be parabatai. and they do things for each other because they're going to be part of a tie. There is no more connection between them. Same thing goes for James and Matthew. Their whole friendship is based on them being part of a tie. Oh, by the way, how could I forget? Cordelia's sword is called Cortana. Dude, we get it. The sword name is Cortana. Every second sentence when you're in Cordelia's point of view starts with Cortana. It's Cortana this and Cortana that, and oh, you brought Cortana, and where's Cortana? And it's exhausting. It's also weird that her whole family is obsessed with the Layla and Mejnun poem. The Western audience may not be familiar with that story, but in the Middle East, it's like Romeo and Juliet. I think it's as cringy as Romeo and Juliet. I don't know what's going on there. It's weird that her brother calls her Layla. Her brother Alistair actually is the only character I kind of liked. Not as a person, but as a character. There is so much conflict in that character. His love life, his sexuality, his relationships with other characters, things he does for his family. It's all very complicated, and I really like it. Unfortunately, he's not a viewpoint character, so we don't get much of him. But I was quite intrigued with what was going on with Alistair. I didn't really find the romance satisfying either. Again, maybe apart from Alistair. The love triangle between James, Grace, and Cordelia is plain annoying. I don't even know why Cordelia likes James. I'm gonna be team Mathdelia. They are a better couple. James can get destroyed by Grace. I don't care. The rest of the romance is so minor. It's so strange how little happened in this huge book. It took me a week to read, seriously. The setting of this book is Edwardian London, early 20th century, but it could have been any time and any place. The setting has zero effect on anything that happens. Where are all the regular people? I guess Shadowhunters have their own small community or whatever, but like, how is the life affected by all this going on? It's not, because there is no normal life. There are a couple of places that apparently actually existed in London back then, but it makes no difference. This isn't historical fiction. I don't care if that one pub's name is the same. I care if it has any effect on anything. There are lengthy descriptions of bookshelves and coffee tables and everything that doesn't matter whenever someone enters the room. It makes no difference. This is not like an atmospheric book that sort of takes you into another time or anything. You could have this same story and just put it in modern day China with minor adjustments and nothing would change. I don't know if you could get a significantly different experience if you had read the previous books. I read and watched a number of reviews, but even people who were saying they would recommend reading the previous books weren't specific. So the characters are all new. They're the children of the characters from previous series, but that shouldn't mean anything. Will and Tessa are barely in this book. It's just as a cameo basically, so it shouldn't matter. You see Jem in a few places. Magnus Bane? Were these important characters in the previous books? They barely have anything to do in this book. I don't understand how it could matter. Since most characterization is done by heritage, I guess you might know what to expect from a character if you know more about their family. Like Herondales are like this and Blackthorns are like that kind of thing. I don't think it matters if you know more about the world building because you don't see any ordinary Shadowhunter duties in this book. I don't know, I really tried to understand how to like this book. And I was not successful. I mean, it's obviously competently written, but I just need more happening. I need more character motivation, more character agency, more complex relationships. There are so many action scenes in this book, most can be cut because nothing really happens. I mean, a fight scene happens, but it has no danger or consequence. The whole romance in this book is just me wanting to punch James in the face. Anyway, please feel free to comment and let me know why you like this book. I would love to know, but unfortunately, this was the end of my Shadowhunter adventure. If this rant resonated with you, please leave a like to let me know. And if you want to see me rant on your other favorite books, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Goose breeze. Goose breeze. Scent. Lilac. Lilac. Goose. 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 Goose breeze. Lilac. Goose. 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 Goose breeze. Lilac. Scent. Goose breeze.